Hi everyone, it is Savannah and welcome to today's video. It's going to be a tonsillectomy vlog. So I know that this vlog might be really overwhelming to some of you guys. It's very overwhelming to me. You should have seen me trying to edit it. I did debate on breaking it up into smaller videos, but it just seemed to work best this way. And one way that I think it works best is because I have all the timestamps in the description for you guys to follow along with. This video is for you. I've already recovered. This is me after the surgery. I'm 4 weeks post-op. I'll talk more about that later though. But this video is for you. And so I just want this to be a space that you guys can feel seen and without having to watch the whole hour. Please check out the timestamps in the description. I will have it organized by day, and then I will also have different features as well. So for example, I'm going to have a weight section of the video where I show what I looked like before the surgery and then after, because I have been doing strength training for a while and I didn't want to lose weight, but I did. You'll see. I'm also going to have a section of the video where I reflect on my pre-tonsillectomy video in case any of you guys watched that. And in that reflection, I will be telling you guys what made me recover really fast. To be completely honest, I was fully recovered at 2 weeks. I didn't have the worst experience. Just as kind of like a foreshadowing moment for you guys, my pain went up to maybe a 5 or a 6, and I just want to share with you guys why I think that might be and why my recovery wasn't that awful at 21 years old. So follow along with me on my tonsillectomy recovery, and then if you feel like it, you can reflect with me at the end as well. I hope you guys enjoy it. And just before we get into this video, I just want to say that if you're going through recovery right now, you're in my thoughts, and don't worry, it will not last forever, even though it feels like that. There are parts in this video where I'm very sad because I feel like it's gonna last forever. You'll see I almost start crying. And just know that you're not the only one and that it will get better. This is me 1 month. My tonsils feel almost completely okay. I'm fully recovered, okay? Don't lose hope. There is still hope left. Hi, so I look pretty bad right now, but I just finished brushing my teeth. I have my retainers in too, so if I'm talking weird, that's probably why. So I'm headed to bed. It is 12:28 a.m. I stopped eating around like 11:50. I did eat a meal, a little bit bigger than the meal than I originally wanted, because I don't know when the next time I'll feel like eating solid food is, so I made it sure to eat until I was full and a little past it. So I have a little over 12 hours, a little over 12 hours until my appointment tomorrow. I'm gonna try to sleep. I already regret not brushing my teeth before 12 because I really want some water. But maybe it'll be okay. I have my humidifier on. I usually drink water at night, so I'm really sad right now. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna put on a meditation. I have a weighted blanket on today. Hopefully that will help me sleep a little bit. And I'm gonna go to bed. And I feel really nervous, but I just want this over with, and that way I can move into recovery. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my earbuds in, listen to a meditation, and hopefully fall asleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Hi you guys, good morning. My hair looks crazy because I showered last night. I usually shower in the morning, and my voice also sounds bad because my tonsils are swollen and my throat's really dry. I feel really thirsty. It's 12:30. My appointment's at 12:40. I'm gonna leave here at 12. I don't really need that long to get ready, so I think I'm gonna get out of bed around 11 and just chill watching TikTok or something in my bed. But I feel really nervous and I'm so thirsty, but I can't drink water, and I'm not hungry. My mom was worried that I was going to be hungry since my appointment's kind of late at 12:45, but I'm literally not hungry at all. I'm just really thirsty. I don't know, you guys, my hair looks so crazy. Don't worry, I'm gonna braid it into like a Dutch pigtails probably. Anyways, you guys don't care. I just need someone to talk to because I'm scared. But yeah, this is the start of the day where I get my tonsils out. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll see you guys when I'm ready. So I just finished getting ready a little bit early. I know I look pretty bad, to be honest. I'm not wearing makeup at all, which I need to get more used to. I just feel like I look really ugly with no makeup on. Oh my god. Ew. But I'm gonna show you guys what I'm wearing because that was one of my anxieties, was like, what do I wear? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I'm wearing because I was a little stressed out about that. I'm wearing this zip up jacket with just a sports bra under it. And the reason I'm wearing it like that is because my nurse told me that I could wear, or the surgery center when I called them, they told me that I could wear a sports bra with no metal on it. So that way I can just literally unzip this and take it off. And then with that, I'm just wearing a tennis like skirt, but it's basically a skirt because there are built-in shorts underneath it. So it's super comfy, just flowy. It's just really simple for me to take off because it is super stretchy. And then with that, I'm wearing just some socks, which I was wondering about socks because I imagine they're gonna make me take them off. And I don't know how I'm gonna feel afterwards putting them back on. So I kind of wish I could wear like sandals or something, but I don't know if sandals is the vibe, just because I don't really like wearing with my toes out whenever I'm going somewhere like the doctor. So I was just gonna wear these tennis shoes. Now I'm like clashing Nike, Under Armour, Nike, and then Adidas socks, but I don't really care. I'm just, because these just, I can just slide these on. I don't have to tie them or anything. I don't know if I'm gonna be the one putting my shoes back on or if someone else will be. I don't know how out of it the anesthesia will make me. Whenever I got my wisdom teeth removed, I didn't think I had to change. I think I just wore my clothes. But I remember feeling so out of it afterwards. Like, I don't even remember going to the car. So I'm kind of like, am I gonna be able to put my shoes on by myself? So obviously, if it doesn't work out, my mom can untie it and put it on me, I guess. But hopefully I can put these on myself. But that's what I was thinking, just something easy to get on and off in case I am like not doing well with the anesthesia. I did take out all of my piercings because I have a nose piercing. I have several on my ear. I took out all of them. I'm not wearing any jewelry, which is weird. I usually always have a necklace on, so my neck feels really bare in this. And I braided my hair up with just some like rubber bands to get it out of the way. If you watch any of my other videos, you know I have curly hair, and unfortunately when I'm in the dentist chair or any kind of like bed, my hair just goes crazy. So I thought it would be most effective just to get it braided and out of the way. So that was the plan. I am really nervous. I still have an hour to go before I even have to leave, which I just couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm probably going to read a little bit or watch something, I don't know. Just try to take my mind off of things. I will say my mouth is very dry because I'm not allowed to eat or drink before the surgery. And I feel like it's just really dry, like I want some water. Okay guys, so I'm carrying a bag with me. I have a blanket, I have an extra water bottle because I'm bringing this full of ice and water. I haven't taken a drink of it yet. I really want to, but obviously I have to wait till after the surgery. But I want to have cold water that I can be drinking after the surgery. I'm also bringing some earbuds in case I feel bad afterwards and I want something to listen to. And an extra water bottle. So that's what I'm bringing with me. I'm about to leave. I'm nervous. I'll see you guys in the car.
It is not connecting to the internet to the country anymore.
Turn it on.
Wait.
I'm out. Don't stop it. So I had a popsicle and now I'm eating ice cream. I feel really good. Do I look weird? Are my eyes half open? I feel like this is what being high feels like. Okay. You can end it. So I'm out right now. I had chocolate ice cream and my mom's staring at me. I don't know why. And I also got a watermelon popsicle. It hurts to swallow. I want to sleep. I get laugh. Yeah. Tonsils are gone. That's crazy. It hurts to talk. Oh my god. Hi you guys, it's 6:20 the day after my surgery, like 6:20 a.m. I'm eating some soup because I'm about to take my Tylenol and codeine, and my doctor told me to make sure I have it on a stomach with solids. So I'm eating potato soup with saltine crackers in it, and the saltines are melted, don't worry. I've had probably 6 or 7 of those in the past day. I've been drinking a lot of water. My pain at just sitting is probably around a 3 out of 10, but when I talk or eat it goes up to about a 6 out of 10. And when I swallow too. So I'm trying to hold ice on my neck so it won't be super swollen. I've been rotating ice all night. I've been waking up every single hour to drink water or to take my medicine, which I've been rotating every 4 hours, my Tylenol codeine and then Motrin. And then with my Tylenol codeine, every 8 hours I'm taking it with Zofran, which is for nausea. So far, it hasn't made me sick to my stomach, although I don't want to jinx it. But I have been really careful to take it with solid food. So I had a slice of bread that took me like an hour to eat, and some potatoes from the potato soup in the middle of the night tonight at like 2 a.m. so I could take my codeine and Tylenol. And it actually didn't make me nauseous. My stomach feels really empty right now though, so I'm gonna try to eat this and then take my nausea pill and then take my Tylenol codeine. And I'm gonna try to get some more sleep. I actually feel pretty well rested despite the fact that I've woken up every single hour. But I do want more sleep, so we'll see. My throat hurts way worse today. It's way harder to talk. It just feels like the scars are more swollen. This ice pack is really helping. There's an ice in here. It's like almost completely numb. I'm about to have some blue raspberry Italian ice, and I'm gonna watch a show on TV. So, yeah. It's 4:30 p.m. on 6/23, so it is 3 days after my surgery. I can't really talk that well. Talking like this is the easiest, where I don't really have to open my mouth. I can just kind of talk weird, but it doesn't really hurt that bad. The back of my throat feels really nice right now. I've been drinking a lot of water. Probably had 3 to 4 of these today. I've been taking my medication. Right now, the easiest thing for me to eat is green beans. I know that sounds really weird, but they're easy to chew because they just like fall apart in your mouth, and then they're slimy-ish, which is kind of gross, so they just slide in your throat. That's the easiest thing for me to chew. I did try eating mashed potatoes, and I did eat them, but they're pretty hard to chew just because they like to get stuck in my throat, and I have to drink water to kind of get it down, and I can't like gargle it, which I probably could, but I feel like it'd be painful. I can't like gargle it or anything to get it completely out, so it feels weird. It just feels like there's something massive in the back of my throat, and so that's why I keep having to like swallow, because it feels like it's just gonna come out, which is disgusting. I do feel like my face is kind of swollen. My tongue is definitely swollen. I've showed this in a couple of other clips, but I'll show you again. That side already looks better, but this other side you can see where like it looks like either something held on my teeth or my tongue just like got really swollen against my teeth, and it's been like that since the day of the surgery. Anyway, it's disgusting, I know. If I could show you my tonsils, I would, but I'll just show you how much I can open my mouth. And that's it. And my tongue is massive, and so you're not going to be able to see past that even with the flashlight. I've tried. But anyways, I'm eating chicken noodle right now with saltines in it, and the saltines are obviously solid, but they are soaked into the chicken noodle liquid, so they are considered like solid, but they're super easy to swallow. This is probably the second easiest thing to eat, and I have later, this is basically room temperature now, so I'm not like eating anything super hot on my throat either. Italian ice is the easiest thing for me to eat. It's the easiest, coldest thing for me to eat. It numbs my tongue, it numbs my throat. It's a little painful when I'm eating it, but afterwards I can just go right to sleep. It's really nice. The only thing is that it does dye my tongues and my lips, so it's kind of ugly, but who am I trying to impress right now? Clearly no one. I can't even talk. I did take medicine. I have only been taking half of a hydrocodone, and that has been enough to stop the pain, except last night I just couldn't sleep, and the pain wasn't even that bad. It just, I couldn't sleep. My mouth felt really dry, even though I had been waking up hourly to drink. So I ended up taking a full hydrocodone and slept really well. So then that morning I was like, well, I'll take another full one because I'm taking it with a Zofran, which is a nausea pill. Regretted that. I should have just stuck with the one, and in the daytime just take half pills, and then at night take one full one, just so I can get some sleep. Tomorrow might be my worst day, or might begin my worst day, because I've heard that for some people the 4th day is the worst, and then after that it just gets progressively worse until the 7th day. And then maybe on the 8th day you start going down, but it's different for everyone, so I won't know until tomorrow when I wake up. But I will say my pain scale today has probably gotten up to maybe a 4 out of 10, and that's it. And that's really only when swallowing, or when trying to talk, or when like eating. Nothing too crazy. I was gonna shower today, but like I said, I did take 2 whole hydrocodones, not at the same time, in their 4-hour gaps, and I just started feeling really dizzy. Not nauseous, just kind of like lightheaded, like woozy. So yeah, I have kept an ice pack on my throat. I wasn't sure if I'm supposed to be doing that, but I saw a clip of a girl who got really swollen, and I am still pretty swollen, but just trying to prevent that from getting too swollen to where I can't swallow or eat or whatever. So I have an ice pack wrapped in like a tea towel that I've been cycling through. I have 3 different ice packs that I'm cycling through in the freezer, so I recommend that. That has helped me sleep. And then of course, if like my throat doesn't feel swollen, I'll put it on my forehead and just let it like make me feel nice and refreshed. I haven't showered since the morning of the surgery, which does feel kind of icky, and I wanted to shower today, but I didn't feel like it. Can still shower, I don't know. Highly recommend, if you have long curly hair, braiding it, get it out of the way. It's not going to be that cute, but it's super nice to sleep on because it doesn't like, the bag probably looks awful, but it just stays out of the way, and it's so nice. So I'm gonna, if I do end up showering, I don't know what happened to that braid, but if I do end up showering, I'm definitely gonna braid it again because this has been life-saving for me. A couple of other things I'd recommend is to have a humidifier. I've had that by my couch the whole time I've been here. I look really bad, I'm sorry. And also getting some chapstick. I forgot my chapstick on the way to the surgery, and my lips were chapped, and I was like, they are going to rip open, because I know they have to like clamp your mouth open. So we went by Dollar General, and I bought a little Carmex, and these are my favorite ones of Carmex. I don't like the tube ones. So I've been reapplying this. I haven't recently. I don't like the way it tastes, so I put it on when I'm about to sleep or whatever. Anyway, I did try chewing gum today because on my last video I had a couple of comments about keeping those muscles flexed, which clearly I'm struggling with just by the way I'm talking, but I had to start out with a quarter piece of gum, chew that, and then put another quarter of a piece of gum and chew that, and then I finally got up to 3/4 of a stick of gum and was able to chew that while I was watching a show. And honestly, my first couple days that I had pain, chewing was one of the only things that relieved pain, I guess because I was using those muscles. So if you haven't tried chewing something yet, try it. I have been eating normal foods completely so far. Normal. I have been eating solids every single day. My doctor recommended. He told me, eat whatever you can swallow, and so I'm taking that literally, and I want to eat real food because I hate feeling like lightheaded and sick. I don't know how long I'll be able to continue to eat solids, but, and when I say solids, I mean like soft solids, but not just liquid food. Anyway, yeah, so egg whites are something that I really liked eating. I need to be drinking protein, but I bought protein and it tastes disgusting. I probably will try to force some down in just a second, actually. And maybe even try some chocolate. Could you have some chocolate? I tried strawberry. Disgusting. So I'm gonna probably make some chocolate in a minute because I do need to get more protein in me. to help prepare this and just to feel better. So I'll probably have protein today. Even if I have to hold my nose and chug it, I need to get some in me. First like meal that I have around 6 a.m., which I usually take with, that's my first like solid meal I have to eat because I take a pill at that time. And then actually I have to make a meal at 2 in the morning because I take a hydrocodone at 2 a.m. at night. And so I'm just over here eating a little meal at 2 a.m. because having solids in me has honestly made me feel a lot better. And also when I eat, I have to drink a lot of water to make sure like everything's getting swallowed okay. And so that's another hack. Like I probably go through 1 to 2 of these with ice when I'm eating because it takes so much out of me to eat. Like I have to drink so much water to make sure I'm getting everything down. So that's another hack. Try that out. If you need more water, eat something, especially like something like bread. I've been doing sliced bread because I want to feel full. I don't want to feel constantly hungry, so I'll rip a piece of sliced bread in half and just break that into tiny pieces and eat that, or like soak it in soup and just in tiny pieces eat that. And I really feel like that has helped me not be starving constantly and keep my energy up. I'll probably have a slice before I shower, for example, so I'm not like getting lightheaded or anything in the shower. I don't know if you're understanding what I'm saying at all. I know my voice is probably so annoying. I feel like Elmo. But I'm ready for this to be over with, to be honest. It's just so frustrating. Like I'm just watching people on like shows and stuff eat food, and I'm just like I'm not even hungry, but it's just they get to eat food and they're like yelling and being like loud on movies, and I'm just like, I want to talk normal. So that's like one of the sad parts about it. I haven't read a single book yet. I haven't felt like looking at words, which does make me sad because I wanted to read a lot, but my brain just doesn't want to look at words. I feel like then I'd get a headache. I haven't had ear pain yet, and I am jinxing myself right now. I don't even think that's real wood. I'm kind of anticipating that tomorrow, but we'll see. I mean, I can feel like pressure in my ears right now, don't get me wrong, but I'm hoping that keeping my lymph nodes and everything iced has kind of prevented that from swelling up enough to hurt my ears, but I know all that's connected, so as my scabs come off, I imagine the pain is going to transfer into my ears and it's going to be absolute pain, just awful. So I don't look forward to that at all. So like I said, I'm enjoying solid foods and I'm enjoying this kind of just uncomfortableness in my throat, and that's it. And my face is definitely swollen. Ew. I really just want to like get ready and like put normal clothes on, but why would I do that? Waste of clean clothes and everything. I just feel so woo. But whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and finish eating the soup and watch a show or YouTube, and I just want to update you guys on how I've been because I've just been laying on my couch here. Not very fun to watch me do that, but I did want to kind of give you just an overall update of how I've been, and this is at day 3, so tomorrow starts day 4, which for some people is when the pain really kicks up, so we'll see. I still can't talk that well. Oh my god. And I still look awful, but I'm gonna shower. And you can't hear me, but I'm gonna shower. I just took some Tylenol. It looks a little swollen, I will admit, so I'm gonna go take a cool shower. I'm just gonna wash my hair, wash my body, and then go to bed. So I haven't yawned in a long time. That was really painful. Yeah, I'm gonna go. It is June 23rd. I think my voice has gotten worse today, to be honest. So it sounds really bad. So just ignore that. It just sounds to me like there's like fluid behind my throat or whatever, but clearing my throat is obviously painful, and I honestly can't really hear that well either. So yeah, the pain today is probably increased from yesterday, although I would still say it's around a 4 or a 5. This morning when I woke up, it was 100% at a 6. I was in a lot of pain this morning. I'm gonna drink some water. So I've been saying it's day 4 of recovery because I was counting the day of my surgery. I don't know how people usually count that, so I don't know if I'm doing that correctly. So it was like surgery day was also day 1 of recovery, which is like realistically true, but I don't know how people count that. So maybe I'm only on day 3. I don't know. My throat hurts pretty bad right now. Talking is really painful. Keeping it iced has been important for me. I haven't been able to eat too much. I haven't really been moving around that much either, just because I've been so tired, and moving around makes it hurt a lot worse. So I've been trying to stay in bed or like laying down, which I don't think I should be doing, because I said in my pre-tonsillectomy video that I wasn't gonna do that I was gonna have things for myself to do that was kind of stimulating, but I genuinely just have not felt like doing anything. My throat feels really stiff too, so it's like looking up is painful. That's painful. That's painful. So if I look around, I kind of move my whole body. So I'm gonna try to do a little bit of meditation, just some light stretching of my body. And I also kind of feel like washing my face and just like putting on maybe even a little bit of makeup, because I just feel really ugly. And yeah, I just need a little pick-me-up. I really want to cry. I don't really know why. There's no reason why I should want to cry. I just feel really ugly. It's only been 4 days. And it's just gonna get worse from here. And that's just really, it makes me want to cry a lot. So I'm not gonna think about it. Because I can't cry because I can't get dehydrated. I keep accidentally choking on water. I have found out mostly ways to swallow and ways to cough without it hurting too bad, but nothing is painless from here out. So yeah, my stomach's also feeling really empty. I did stop taking hydrocodone just because I felt like I didn't need it anymore. I was having to eat a salad with it every time, and that was probably making me feel better. That I was having food constantly in my system, especially solid food. But I had to cut that out. So yeah, my body just feels really weak. I'm not supposed to do any kind of like physical activity, but he said I can go for a walk. So I guess I'm just gonna walk around for a little bit. Yeah, I can't talk. It's too painful. If you can talk, if you can laugh, if you can swallow, good for you. Enjoy it. Take a big gulp. Take a big painless gulp. Those of you who are watching this who are also feeling the same way I'm feeling, I'm sorry you feel this way. I feel pressure in my ears, so I'm gonna go ice my throat and lay down. I will say, if you're feeling pressure in your ears, that's the one thing that's really helped me. Is laying down with my head elevated and putting ice on my throat and just laying very still on my back, and the pain usually goes away after 5 minutes, so it's been nice. Okay, this is kind of icky to talk about, but I do want to mention that I haven't pooped since before the surgery. I took one stool softener and it made me gassy, so I'm gonna take another one later. I'm gonna go weigh myself really quick though and see kind of where I'm weighing out. Started out at 141.3. Good news! I'm weighing in at 142.2. So good for me. You can tell I'm really happy. I'm gonna go ice my throat. Good morning everyone, it's Savannah. I'm looking pretty ratchet, I understand. I didn't get to shower again last night. I feel like I can move around way easier now. Except unfortunately, I really want to yawn for some reason. And it's really painful. I think you can see the swelling. Oh yeah. Which I do naturally have a double chin. So we'll just go with that swelling and not my double chin. But it does feel swollen. I've been keeping it iced. Talking isn't as painful today. Yet, I would say that probably what hurts the most right now is my tongue. On either side of my tongue, I've been showing it. It has like sores on it basically, which is really annoying. My voice is also really annoying me. The sound of it is just not cute. I woke up this morning with a pretty high pain, to be honest, probably around a 6. The morning pain has tended to be the worst for me. But I'm hoping that the trend so far has been that it's kind of gone down throughout the day as I've eaten and had ice water and everything. So I'm hoping that that trend will continue today. Yeah, I'm gonna be bored all day today. I should have slept longer because there's not much for me to do. I'm very bored. In my pre-tonsillectomy video, I talk about the to-do list that I had. I'm gonna look at it again, but like, it's really boring. I just want to go somewhere. Anyways, my mom made me some fried eggs and gave me a piece of bread. So I'm gonna attempt to eat that today. I'll see you guys after I eat. Hi guys, so it's still day 5. I'm chewing on gum, which has gotten progressively easier. I also don't think my scars have fallen off yet, but I will say that my pain only feels around like a 2 out of 10. Unless I talk or swallow, then it might go up to a 4 out of 10, but it's still really low. I know that my doctor warned me that day 7 is probably going to be the worst for me. So I guess it's inevitable that I will be sick on day 7. But I was kind of thinking like, oh, it's not that bad. But until day 5, like, I've kind of just been chilling. I've been eating really whatever I want. I literally just ate McDonald's chicken nuggets and fries. Like, it took me forever to chew them, but it was so worth it. It was so good. I wanted something greasy. And so I got my boyfriend to bring me some chicken nuggets and fries, and they were so good. I've also been eating like ice cream sandwiches. I've been eating popsicles today. And I ate another 2 fried egg whites because I don't like yolks, and then I'm drinking a lot of water. I've only really been drinking water. I did try Powerade yesterday, but the Powerade did not go on my throat good, like it was burning my throat. I did try lemon lime, which I imagine would probably be a little acidic, but it didn't really like, it wasn't acidic on my throat, it just kind of made it burn, like the sugar or something in it was making it burn. I don't know, and it was cold. Anyway, I was able to open my mouth enough to see my tonsils in the back today. And it's like it's like this much, so I couldn't really get a video of it, but I'll try to get one at some point. And I'm sorry, this ice pack just is constantly chilling on my throat. I cycled them out. This is a lifesaver. It keeps the swelling down, and I feel like it's just making me feel not that sick. It's so nice, you guys. It's so nice. Okay, anyways, so as I was saying, the nighttime, I mean, everyone told me it would be the worst, and it still is the worst just because I hate waking up and drinking water. At first it was really easy because I was in pain, so I wanted to wake up and drink water and everything, but now I'm just like, let me sleep. And so I keep ignoring my alarm, and then it's like I wake up, don't worry, but it's like I don't want to wake up. So I've had to set like 2 alarms back to back, so like I can't just say, oh, I'll do it in a second and fall back asleep. But I have been drinking throughout the night, and I've been taking my medicine throughout the night. I am just taking Tylenol and Motrin, and I'm cycling through those. I stopped taking my narcotics a couple of days ago, and great news, you guys, I pooped, which is probably TMI for a lot of you, but if for those of you who are maybe during your tonsillectomy recovery right now, or who are going to be on it soon, just a warning, anesthesia apparently affects the way that your large intestines work, and so whenever you come back up, like when you wake back up from anesthesia, you have to awaken those intestines, and for obviously everyone it's going to be different, but my intestines didn't really want to awaken, so I had to take I took 2 stool softeners. yesterday. Not together, I was just gonna take one and then I had to take another one because it didn't work. Anyway, it did work. And it was making my stomach like cramp really bad though. It was not fun. There's a lot of relief now. So if you haven't pooped, I mean, I'm on day 5, so it was getting a little bit worrisome. But I didn't like have pressure before that. And then I took the stool softener and the pressure just like bam, out of a sudden. To me, the worst part about all this is not having my freaking voice, because I like talking and I like being loud and like laughing, and not having my voice has been super annoying for me just because I can't do those things. And it just takes so much energy to say something and people don't hear you. So you have to like try to clear your throat and say it louder, but you can't talk loud. You cannot talk loud. Like, it's physically impossible. I can't even explain it to you guys. And it's painful if you try to talk loud too. Anyway, so it's not fun. But that's like the worst part to me is that. Also, I mean, obviously when I'm eating, it's so annoying that I have to chew everything like 50,000 little like times just to make sure it's small enough for me to swallow, which is obviously I'm doing. But it's annoying because it tastes so good and I just want to eat it. That's why I think it's important not you are constantly like eating solids like every couple of hours, because you can't eat big meals. Like, your throat will start hurting if you try to eat a big meal. And so what I've been doing is like having like small servings of a lot of solid things throughout the day, because you can't really have like one big meal, in my experience at least. I haven't been able to have a big meal because it just doesn't go well with me. It makes my throat start hurting really bad. Then I have to lay down on my little wedge pillow and hold my ice pack and just chill. And then the pain will slowly go away. I assume my scars are still chilling on there because, like I said, I haven't had any super sharp pains yet. So I'll try to check back in when that happens, because I feel like not much has changed. Like, my pain hasn't been that bad. Like I'm telling you, I've only gotten it probably to a 6 out of 10. And that was for a very, very short period of time whenever, and I don't even know, looking back, was it a 6? Because I feel like 6 is pretty high. I keep almost yawning. But anyway, I would say no more than 5 out of 10, but I did get really sharp pains that are really painful. When I'm waking up is the worst time for me, not even when I'm sleeping, when I'm trying to wake up in the mornings, and like when I wake up to take my medicine, it hurts so bad. And I have my humidifier on all night, like I'm sipping water all night, or not even sipping, I'm drinking water all night. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and continue watching the show. I swear, it looks like I'm just laying around all day, and I guess I kind of am, but my body has started to feel a lot more normal. Like, I can get up and do whatever I want, basically. Obviously, I'm not like going and doing cartwheels, but I can do whatever I want within reason without having to feel like I can't do it anymore. Because before, I just felt like really dizzy and weak. But now I'll just get up and do it without even thinking about it, which is so nice. I hate having to be like taken care of. I don't like that. I like being independent, so it's just like, I don't like this. But luckily I can take care of myself almost fully now. Like, my mom is being sweet and like bringing me stuff, and I feel guilty about that, but she's sweet. She's making me egg whites every morning. They're so good. I never eat egg whites. I never eat eggs because I don't like the yellow. Anyway, you don't care I'm talking a lot because I have no one else to talk to. My boyfriend just left. He was here for a couple hours because he had to work this morning, and now he's going, that was so painful. Now he's going to the gym. My eyes are watering. So, and obviously I'm like, I mean, I'm not doing anything, so get away from me because this is embarrassing. And my breath smells, you guys. Oh, what I was saying earlier is that my tonsils, I got a tiny little peak, and I was gonna try to video it, but I can't. Is that they're just white. Like, they're just white on the back of my tonsils. Like, it looks like a white film. And I'll try to show you in a second. I'm not gonna be able to right now because I made my throat hurt by talking. But in a couple of minutes, I'll try to get you a clip and show you guys what they look like. So, and I'll warn you, like, you can skip it if you don't want to see it. It's probably gonna be gross. Good morning, you guys. I haven't talked this morning yet, so that feels kind of weird. It's on day 5 or 6 post-op, I don't know. I'm about to go eat some breakfast. It's pretty late. It's like 12. Oh, it's 11. I just want to let you guys that my pain today is at the lowest that it's been, and that I also feel like back to myself finally. Obviously I still am in pain, and I obviously cannot talk at all, and it hurts to swallow, and it's probably gonna hurt to eat, but I feel like myself, and to me that's the best thing I could ask for. I don't have my voice still, but it isn't as painful to talk or honestly to swallow. I know my scab still has to fall off because I can look in the back of my throat and it's just like a yellow coating on both sides. The pain isn't as bad as I expected at all. Like, it's painful right now and it's definitely uncomfortable. At night and in the morning, pain is probably worse. When I'm drinking water and everything, it does feel a little bit worse. I've been consistently icing and taking medicine, which I imagine is helping. I've also been waking up every hour and drinking water at night. Anyways, today I'm feeling the most like myself that I have in days, and so I think I'm gonna spend the most time out of bed today. Obviously I'm not gonna go run a marathon or anything. I'm just gonna be around the house actually like doing laundry, like getting stuff done that I haven't felt like doing the other days, just because I felt really like sick, I guess is the only way to explain it, just like unhealthy. But I'm feeling much better today, so I'm gonna try to do some stuff, especially since I know that the scabs are probably gonna fall off in the next couple of days, and it's apparently gonna bleed a little bit and it's gonna be painful. So I want to get stuff done before that time period where I'm still feeling almost yawned again. Oh, I'm still feeling more like myself, so I'm gonna go do that. My voice is really throwing me off because I'm just like, what is this voice? I don't think it would annoy me as much if I could like talk aloud and it wasn't painful, because obviously the voice is ugly, but like I can't talk loud at all right now, or like, and it's painful to talk like in the back of my throat. Like, I don't know how to explain it. If you're in this, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's like I can't move my cheeks that much. Like, I have to talk a very certain way out of my mouth where it feels weird. So anyways, I'm gonna put some makeup on, eat some breakfast, and then do laundry and that kind of stuff. So hi guys, so I am now day 6 post-op. I did dye my hair pink today, so a little cute addition. Feeling much better. The only thing I'm experiencing right now is like some weird kind of mucus in the back of my throat, which is new and it's kind of annoying. But it's no problem if I have water on me, but it's just like, you can probably hear it even. Well, you probably can't tell the difference. I can tell the difference because I can feel it, but you probably can't tell the difference because I'm sound so weird anyway. But yeah, basically today, last night was probably my hardest night so far. I was just in a lot of pain, but like not in a bad way. Like, it was just, every time I woke up, I would be in pain. Drinking water was painful. For a time, drinking ice water, like cold water, was painful, and that was the only thing that I've been able to drink so far. And so then I got lukewarm, like room temperature water, and I was drinking that, and that was painful. And so the only way that would make it be okay was if I had my ice cold water and I let it sit in my mouth for a second, let it like warm to the temperature of my mouth, and then swallow it. So that was a pain, especially since I'm still waking up every hour to drink. I was just like so annoyed because I just wanted to drink water. I will say my right tonsil feels like there's no pain on that side right now, which is kind of weird. The left side still hurts. I'm wondering if maybe some of my scarring came off on the right side, even though maybe it would hurt if that's what happened. I don't know. But it looks disgusting. And I will say I was eating food today. I was eating, like, my mom made a tater tot casserole, and I was eating that, and I had to chew everything like 1,000 times still, but whenever I was swallowing, let me just say, it was so much easier to eat than it has been in so long for me, because my tonsils were so swollen for months that like I could feel every single like food go down my throat, and it just felt so weird. And I was eating that food and it just like, there was so much room in my throat and it felt so weird. And I want to say that because I know that in the future I'll never like remember what it felt like. But yeah, so that was weird for me. My pain today has probably been like a 2 out of 10. It has spiked at random times, but probably up until like maybe a 5 out of 10 again. Like, I haven't gone above that pain wise, and usually when it is that high of pain, it's only for a short period of time. Last night, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of forgetting because I was so tired last night, but it was pretty bad pain when I would wake up, and then it was no relief. I had my ice pack on, and I also was drinking water, and like I said, that just didn't give any relief at all. I also tried a prime hydration pack that I showed in my pre-tonsillectomy video. Don't buy that, just don't, for this at least, because it was so sour that it burned my throat so bad I took one sip. So I mean, it tasted good, but I'll have to drink them after because there's no way I can handle that now. It burned so bad, it was so sour. So not that one for this, but for other hydration purposes, sure. I don't know how it works yet. I haven't got to drink it yet. Also, I don't know if I've already said this, but Gatorade for me is also too sour on my throat. It hurts my throat. So the Gatorades that I have now, I'm just gonna have to use in the future. And I haven't tried Pedialyte yet, but I feel like it might be too sweet, so it might hurt my throat too. For me, things that are too sweet, too salty, and too sour, I can't handle. And obviously too spicy, but really any seasoning is just gonna be really like sensitive on, or is really sensitive on my tonsils when I eat. So yeah, that is my update so far for day 6. I've been a lot more productive today. Was feeling kind of sorry for myself this morning, but I got over it. And yeah, I have lost weight. Weighed myself today, I weighed 135. So I've lost about 10 pounds, which I didn't want to do obviously, but that's where I'm at right now. I haven't eaten that much today because I haven't been hungry, because I just know it's too much effort to eat. So I'll probably eat some more in a minute because I need to be eating, but I'll see you guys on the next day. Hey everyone, it is 2 p.m. on day 7. So far, my hair looks really crazy. I'm about to fix it, but so far I would say that today's pain probably has been the worst pain, but luckily it hasn't been lasting pain, so it's just been like really painful, like sheets of pain. Yawning is so painful. Why do I always yawn when I go in these videos? Okay, anyways, also need makeup on. I'm about to put that on too. Why do I look like that? Anyway, clearly my voice is still. My tonsils feel less swollen when I swallow and stuff, but they are more painful, so really, which is better. I have been icing and everything. What's crazy to me is that I had swollen lymph nodes for like 6 months because of my whatever was going on with my tonsils before, and they're not swollen anymore, which is so weird. Anyway, I tanned yesterday. I spent a lot of time. So painful, my eyes are watering. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so this pain has definitely been the worst, but it's whatever. Gotta get over it. So I don't know if today's gonna be the worst pain or if tomorrow is gonna get worse, or if it's just gonna progressively get worse today. Who knows? I'm hoping today is the worst pain, but you never know. I will say that the pain in my tonsils, I do feel it kind of in my ears, but right now it is still stronger in my tonsils than in my ears, but I've heard that sometimes the ear pain will get worse than the tonsil pain, so that could be something that happens to me soon. And I'll update you guys if it does. I've eaten breakfast today. Yesterday I did not feel like eating at all because it did hurt really bad to swallow. The way I described it today to my family was, imagine you're like swallowing, but there's a bunch of little tiny needles in your like spit, or just in your mouth, like in your throat, every time you swallow. That's exactly what it feels like to me. It also feels like there's just constantly something in my throat. Like I just want to like cough it out, but I can't. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready because I'm looking terrifying right now. But that's kind of an update. So guys, it is still day 7 post-op. I'm currently in my yard. That's why I'm in a weird place right now. I'm sorry. Every time I get on this thing, I start yawning. I haven't yawned for like hours. Okay, anyway. I'm currently sitting here reading. I just wanted to share that I feel like my voice is coming back more. You could probably tell better from the last clip than I can, and there it went. I can feel like stuff in my throat. I guess some of the scabs coming loose on both tonsils. It's painful, but I would call it more uncomfortable than painful. Of course, it does get painful at times. Right now my left tonsil hurts worse, so imagine that as I sleep tonight, that's probably going to be really I keep saying tonsil. When I say tonsil, just remember the place where the tonsil used to be, because for some reason I can't remember to say throat. I feel like that scab is coming off, like on this side. It feels so weird. Anyway, I did look at my tonsils earlier this morning, and I still want to put a clip in, but I cannot get the flash on my camera to work for some reason. Like, I can look at it, but the camera won't have the flash on. It's super annoying. So I'll try to get one for you, but it looks a little bit less like yellow than it has been, which I guess is a good thing. I guess the yellow is the scarring, but I feel like I can talk better today. Honestly, today, I feel like one of my scars is closer to my nose and also closer down here. Like, it's just a weird feeling. I'm like I said, I'm out here reading. I don't look forward to tonight. Like I said, nights are the worst. When I wake up in the middle of the night, it feels like I have to drink. When I drink water, it feels like I'm drinking needles. It is so painful. So, and I told you, room temperature and cold water just don't do it for me. And I just like drinking hot water would be disgusting, and I imagine it would also hurt. So nothing is working for me. Today I did eat a grilled cheese. Now I didn't just go in and eat a grilled cheese. I cut it into little tiny toddler pieces with a fork and a knife. I cut it like it was a steak, and it was so good, you guys. So that's the idea. If you need something to eat, try grilled cheese. It was so good. It's the best thing I have eaten since this surgery. I'm so ready to be able to talk normal. I feel like I'm talking normal, but maybe I'm just getting used to it. Like, I feel like I sound more like myself now than I did before. Hi guys, so I haven't really been videoing because it's kind of just been the same thing every day. I'm actually on day 14. I still have pain in my throat. I think one thing I have done wrong is that I've talked a lot. Because, you know, life. I wanted to talk to people even when it kind of hurt. I also keep yawning, which is so painful. The nights have gotten so much better the past 2 nights, so I haven't filmed a lot, but my throat, the scars on my throat, or the white parts on my throat, have gone down a little bit. I will say yesterday is the first day since the surgery that I had an increased appetite and I was able to eat. I ate a lot of different things. It took me forever, so I'm excited to go weigh myself to see where I'm at, because I really haven't been able to eat that much, so I'm hoping I was able to gain more weight. I will say yesterday when I weighed myself, I was at 131. At the doctor before my surgery, I weighed 143, so that means I lost 12 pounds. But I'm gonna go weigh myself today and hope that I have gained a little bit of weight since I was able to eat yesterday. I have 2 bumps, like little tiny bumps, like almost like looks like pimples, but without the hole in the center, or like the head underneath it. But anyways, I have 2 on my left tonsil, and they hurt when I talk, and I'm a little bit worried that, well, of course I'm like an overthinker, and I looked it up and it said that it could be the tonsil tissues growing back, because apparently it's possible for your, I shouldn't say this because like people with anxiety are going to start thinking this too, but apparently it's possible for your tonsils to literally grow back. I can basically eat anything. The things I haven't been eating are still like chips and spicy things and sour things. I've stayed away from those 3 things, but I've eaten a lot of other things. I just have to chew them until they're liquid. It's honestly disgusting. I can tell that my uvula is still swollen too, but I watched a video of like tonsils healing, and the uvula seems to stay swollen until after 2 weeks, so I feel a little bit better after seeing that. I'm a little bit nervous. My doctor appointment is not until Wednesday, even though my 2 weeks is tomorrow, because tomorrow is 4th of July. So I have until Wednesday to see what my doctor says about my healing, which is good because I feel like I need that extra day, because otherwise he's gonna be like, your scabs haven't fallen off yet, and I'm just gonna be like, so I hope that by Wednesday they've completely fallen off. I don't know, but yeah, that's a little update for you guys. My voice is not back to normal, but it's as close as it's gonna get. Like, I think it sounds pretty good, but it's definitely not back to normal. This is not my normal voice. It's still hard for me to say certain words, and certain letters, but anyways, I am still taking my pain meds because, like I said, my left tonsil still really hurts, and it hurts in my ear as well for my left tonsil. My right tonsil is just chilling. Like, I don't really feel any pain over there. I'll try to show you guys a video really quick. Hi guys, it's been 2 weeks. I just woke up. I look scary, but I've looked scary this entire video, so I don't know why I would wait. I'm gonna go weigh myself in a minute to try to check and see if eating food yesterday made my weight go up. Who knows? I will say the left side of my throat hurts way worse. It does still have bumps on it. It is a little bit less white on both sides. Today is 2 weeks, so traditionally I would be able to see my doctor today, but today's 4th of July, so I'm waiting until tomorrow because they're not open today. So I go tomorrow morning at 7:50 a.m., which is going to be painful. But anyway, the thing I am most excited about is being able to eat normal food, and also to be able to go back to the gym, which to me, I want to wait until I can eat normally before I go back to the gym because I haven't been able to eat that much and I feel a little lightheaded. So that's kind of, I was wanting to go on Wednesday after the doctor if he told me I could, but I don't know how I'll feel because I do feel just kind of weak because I haven't been able to eat very much food. But I'm hoping that I did gain some weight. I was able to eat yesterday, more than usual. We went to like a family cookout, and so I forced myself to eat a little bit. I will say that the night times are so much easier. I haven't been having to take my pain medication as often, which I think has just made me feel better. I don't like taking medicine if I can help it. I'm starving right now, but what's new? I've been starving for the past 2 weeks, so I'm gonna try to find something to eat this morning. I am still scared that my tonsil's growing back, but it's painful, which makes me think that maybe it isn't growing back. Maybe the skin is just irritated. I want to read today, and I want to chill, and I'll probably start editing this video today because it's been a lot of videos. It's really long. It's a really long video, but my voice, I would say, is close to normal, shockingly close to normal. You can still tell that it's, my grandmother told me yesterday that it sounds like it hurts when I talk, and of course it does, but it's still like back here in my throat, my voice just comes out weird. I don't know, it's weird. I want that to come back, but first I want my diet to come back. I don't care if my voice sounds like this forever if my diet came back, to be completely honest. I just want to eat food so bad. I just want to eat food normally, and I just feel like it's gonna be like this forever, and it's sad. I'm 4 weeks post-op today. I'm super excited to be here and being able to swallow normally, being able to talk normally, being able to sing. All super exciting. Today I'm going to be recovering on my reflection and also a little bit on my surgery. I thought about doing this as a separate video, but I think it just works better to be in the same video for those of you who want to see what I might suggest to you guys. So I did end up going to my 2-week post-op appointment, and there my doctor was very impressed with how I had been recovering, especially at my age. Although I'm only 21, we all know, especially those of you who have gone through it, that getting your tonsils out at any age older than being a child, it's going to be a little bit painful. And of course, my experience really wasn't any different. It was painful, but as you guys saw on the days that I filmed, my pain level didn't go above a 5 or a 6 at any point during my recovery. And luckily the times that my pain did get up to a 5 or 6, it was just for short stretches of time. And so I just wanted to share some things that I think really worked well for me. And although maybe I just got lucky and didn't have that much pain, or maybe I just do really have a high pain tolerance, I did just want to share what I think worked for me. And plus, one thing I really didn't like about a lot of the tonsillectomy vlogs that I saw were that most people kind of stopped filming at 2 weeks, and they didn't update you about how they actually recovered. And so I actually waited almost exactly a month after my surgery. It's been a month and 4 days after my surgery to kind of come on here and just say, like, I made it, I'm okay, it does go back to normal, this is not gonna last forever. And so today I just want to break down a little bit of that, what I think I did well, what you don't have to buy in my experience. Of course, do whatever you think is best, And please feel free to ask me any questions that you might have in the comments. If I don't have an answer, if I didn't have the same experience, hopefully other people will watch this and they can answer your questions, or y'all can just share experiences, because that was really, really helpful for me while I was recovering, is just to see other people in the comments of the YouTube videos that I was watching sharing their experiences. Some of the things that I would recommend, because I want to say those first so I don't bore you too long and then you click off this video, I want to make sure I tell you what I think you should have. The first thing that I would recommend, probably above, well, okay, they're tied, two are tied. I would say a humidifier and a wedge pillow. So here is the wedge pillow that I used. I would say it's probably about 6 inches tall. I did not buy this for the surgery. My mom had a surgery a couple years back that she needed this for, and so she let me borrow it for my own recovery. And I laid my pillow just like on top of this and slept on it, honestly, until last night. Last night was my first night sleeping without it. So, I mean, I really liked it. I honestly even think that maybe I might continue to sleep on it, even though most of my swelling is gone. I'm almost completely fully healed. I might just continue to use it because I feel like my face is naturally puffy and I feel like it's kept that down a little bit. So just a little tip, but my doctor did not tell me to do this. Some of the YouTube videos, people slept elevated. I really only had bad swelling 1 or 2 days out of my entire recovery. And other than that, it was pretty normal swelling. Like, it didn't swell for too long at all. And I think the elevated pillow probably really helped me with that. And this, like I said, is just a wedge pillow. I'll try to link one below, but I have no clue where my mom got this. I'm sure you can get it at Amazon, wherever. So the next thing I said was a humidifier. I don't think you need a specific humidifier. I did use this one. This one's the Vicks Mini Filter Free Humidifier. I don't think this is like life or death, this specific brand, but I do think if you have a tonsillectomy, you need a humidifier. I'm not even sure that my doctor suggests this either. I've watched so many videos at this point and I've just like researched so much that I don't know what my doctor told me and what I just found myself, but I know for a fact that this was helpful for me. It keeps your throat moist, because the last thing you want to happen is your scabs drying out or like the back of your throat getting dry. So this humidifier is super, super helpful. The only thing that I would suggest if you're going to have to order a humidifier and you don't already have one is that you find one that has a big like water tank section. This one's pretty small, to be honest. It's about the size of this box, and this tank is probably like just a little bit bigger than it's pictured here. If you don't have someone who's going to be taking care of you 24/7, like around the clock during your recovery, at least for the first couple of days, I would recommend getting a bigger humidifier with bigger space to put water, because you probably aren't going to feel like getting up and refilling it. In my pre-tonsillectomy video, I just want to talk about this briefly. I bought a lot of things. You can watch the pre-tonsillectomy video here. I talked about some things that I was preparing for the surgery, and let me just say 90% of those things I did not end up using. The cold compress was very useful. I highly recommend that if you don't have compresses, get one at least, but I cycled through 3 different ones, and so I do recommend that you have 3. I had a medium size one that was probably about 3 inches, and then I have one that was about maybe 6 inches wide. I used both of those. I didn't necessarily prefer one over the other, so really you could go with any of them. They have them like for $8 at Walmart, so even if you just buy one, if you get 2, that's $16. And that was life-changing for me. Like, that's probably the number 3 thing I would recommend getting is cold compresses or some kind of ice pack. I ended up ordering like Gatorade, Pedialyte, I ended up buying Gatorade, Pedialyte, Prime hydration packets, and aloe vera water, and of those I drank none. I did try Gatorade or Powerade, I don't know which one I got, but it was lemon lime, and it did burn my throat. So I'm not sure if it was just the acidic in it, but I think I saw about this in one of the days. I'm not 100% sure, but it did burn my throat. And so you can have them on hand because they're obviously really, really good hydration tools, but for me it was too sweet and sometimes too acidic. And then as for the Prime hydration packets, they were infinitely too sour. So you don't necessarily need those. I didn't drink any of the aloe vera water during my recovery. I did drink it after the 2-week state, and it was delicious. So I would say they taste really good. If it has honey in it, 100% buy it. But I did drink it after the 2 weeks, so I'm not 100% sure if it would have been too sweet or syrupy for my throat. So do whatever you think you're gonna drink. But let me just say that water was basically the only thing that I was drinking, and it was more than enough. And speaking of water, you're gonna need a lot of water. So prepare for that. I have like a water addition on my fridge. I think most people do, where you can just go up to it and fill it up. And so I was doing that, and I also have an ice maker in my fridge. So it was pretty easy for me to refill things or ask my mom to do it for the first couple days when I was still recovering from the anesthesia and I wasn't supposed to be walking. But if you maybe have to buy water bottles, or if you get like refills or something, I would definitely stock up on that, and also have water bottles. So this is a 32 ounces water bottle, but before that I was drinking out of what you saw in all the videos, like it was like an Ozark Trail like knockoff Yeti basically, and that keeps it cold, and that was also 32 ounces. And those two, I mean, I drank from them regularly, and so I do recommend having something like that, which I feel like is pretty obvious. Throughout the video I show you guys a lot of different food ideas, but just from memory, I do remember that green beans were one of my favorite things to eat. So if you are into canned green beans, they're slimy, they're a vegetable, like genuinely, that was the one thing that was so easy for me to eat. Like, it doesn't hurt your throat. And on that same note, I didn't eat any corn or anything like that, but I mean, that's a good idea. I wish I would have thought of these things, but like green beans, I highly recommend. That is the one thing I ate that did not hurt my throat. And also egg whites. Not obviously eggs in general, like maybe scrambled eggs, I don't know. I just did fried eggs because they're like that kind of like slimy, oily kind of texture, and it was really, really good as well. So that was like my favorite meal. And then I do highly recommend like eating slices of bread or something that's gonna fill you up, because I was consistently eating, as you saw in the video if you watched all the other videos. And I think that's one thing that really helped me recover, is because I was forcing myself essentially to eat. And it wasn't so painful that I was like crying while eating or anything, but it did take me a long time to eat, because I was having to take my time and chew things. And like with the bread, I was letting it like sit in my mouth for a minute until it was a little soggy, and then I would swallow it. Obviously these were like tiny pieces of bread anyways. Also, I do want to add that I do highly recommend that you set hourly timers to drink water throughout the night and throughout the day. Like, I literally had a timer set for every single hour of the day, so I could remember to drink water, because I wanted to stay hydrated. My doctor trusted me many times that it was very, very important that I stayed hydrated, because otherwise I could end up in the ER with dehydration on top of hemorrhaging in my throat. And I don't want to stress any of you out and give you like anxiety or anything, but it is very important that you drink water. And so I highly recommend setting timers. I set one every single hour I woke up throughout the night. As I'm sure you heard in the video, I reference that a lot, but that's one thing that I would really, really recommend that you do. So now I want to talk about my weight a little bit, and then working out kind of with that. So my start weight was 141.3 at home. So on the day of the day of the surgery, I think I weighed myself and I weighed 141.3, but at the doctor before my surgery, I weighed 143 pounds. So not a big difference, but around that area, 140, 145, in between there. And then on day 4, I weighed 142.2 pounds. So according to my start weight that I weighed myself on the day of the surgery, I weighed 141, and then I gained a pound on day 4. I'm not complaining. I will say those first 4 days I was eating pretty regularly, because I was still taking hydrocodone. So I was eating like a small meal with every single time I took that. I would think it was every 8 hours at least. So because I didn't want to get nauseous. Maybe it was every 4. I have no clue. Somewhere like that. I've already forgotten. It's been a month. But by day 6, only 2 days later, I was down to 135, which is kind of shocking to me. And I remember being shocking to me then too, because I was like, I lost 7 pounds in 2 days, but that's what happened, I guess. And then you notice a big gap in between. I basically didn't film for the second week, because days 7 through 14 are probably the same to me. Like, pain didn't get any worse. It was just kind of there. I still couldn't talk that well, sharp pains, still couldn't eat. Like, it was literally the exact same thing on all those days. And so that's why I didn't film that much in that period. At that point though, I was going out places. I went with my mom like to the mall one day. We went like shopping one day. I wore a mask that day because I was like, I'm not getting COVID and then have COVID plus recovering from a tonsillectomy, no thank you, or just anything plus a tonsillectomy, you know, any kind of sickness. So I did wear a mask when I was out shopping that day. We did go to like a produce shop, and then we went to the library one day with my mom again. And then on, I guess I was probably on like day 10 or 11 or 12, my city had like their fireworks for the 4th of July, and so I went to that. And it was outdoors, so I didn't wear a mask, and I was just like out with my family and my friends, and I was just, you know, doing whatever. So I was okay to do things, but it was like still, I wasn't back to normal. You know, I couldn't eat properly. It still hurt to swallow sometimes. My voice was not back to normal. So, you know, not totally back to normal, but during that period, I was mostly the same as what you saw on day 6 or day 7 in this video. And then, so from day 6 I went to 135. Remember, by day 13 I was down to 131 pounds, Very sad. Trust me, I know. I was very disappointed. Now, when I say disappointed, a lot of you guys might be thinking, yeah, I'm sure you are. I have been struggling to gain weight for a while now. I've been trying to go to the gym and gain a little bit of weight. I'm pretty skinny that I think it looks a little bit unhealthy. Being skinny is not my goal in life. For a while, I made that my personality trait, and so I'm trying to like break that disordered idea with food and eating and working out. And so gaining weight is really important to me, and maintaining a weight. I want to be at least 140. I think that's a healthy height. I mean, that's in my opinion, 140 is a healthy weight for me. At my height, I'm more than happy to go higher than that because I do think that I still look really skinny even at 140. But by day 13, I weighed 131. Today, I weigh 135. So I've gained back 4 pounds since day 13, which was 2 weeks ago at this point. And I'm pretty shocked that I've only gained 4 pounds because I have been eating very regularly. My diet, I would say, has resumed completely back to normal. And I also have been able to go to the gym. And so I want to talk a little bit about that. So I started going to the gym, I think 2 days after my 2-week post-op appointment, which was on, I think, my day 15 or my day 16 or something like that, post-op. And I did start going to the gym. And by my doctor's recommendation, I was supposed to kind of ease into that, and I did. But I did notice that honestly, I was still just as strong, just my cardiovascular like stamina had gone down. And I just wanted to reference that in case any of you guys maybe work out or just try to be active and you're noticing a big change in that. That was my biggest change, was just being out of breath way faster than normal. You're not alone in that I also had to go through that. And I think that even now, I mean, I've been working out now for 2 weeks, 3 weeks regularly since that. And I would say that I'm like almost back to normal with my stamina. So there's hope. One of the questions that I had for my doctor, and she said it's different for everyone, so that's why I want to answer this for you guys. But I asked her, how long will it take for my diet to go back to normal? Because that was one thing, as you see in the video, that I was like, I don't care if I sound like Elmo forever. I just want to be able to eat normal. I probably could eat normal between 3 to 4 weeks after my surgery. That was whenever my diet really went back to normal. After the 2-week mark, I was able to ease into different things, but 3 to 4 weeks out, especially 4 weeks out, but I would say even on that 3rd week, I was able to eat things with little to no pain. But I wanted to do a physique update because I know that people lose a lot of weight when they get their tonsils out. So I just want to show what I look like now versus what I look like after. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but basically I just weighed myself. I weighed 141.3. Today is June 19th. I'm getting my tonsils out tomorrow on June 20th. Guys so much for watching today's video. Please feel free to use my comment section as a place to ask me questions, to communicate with other people who might be going through this surgery, who've had it done in the past. If I don't know an answer to a question that you ask, maybe someone else will, or just, use a space to share your own experiences. I would love to hear your experience with tonsillectomy recovery. Let me know if any of the things that I suggest didn't work for you, or if any things that I said didn't work for me. Let us know if it worked for you. What were your holy grails during this surgery? Mine's the wedge pillow, the humidifier, and hourly drinking, but maybe you had a different experience or something else worked better for you. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I truly appreciate you watching, especially if you somehow managed to get through the whole hour. It was painful for me to edit, so I imagine it was probably painful for you to watch, but it truly means a lot to me. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.